there's one law that governs your entire reality, one law your subconscious mind cannot disobey, no matter who you are, where you live, or what you believe. And Florence Scovel Shinn knew exactly what it was. She didn't just write about manifestation, she lived it. And the results were undeniable. Financial breakthroughs, healing, love, complete life transformation. All of it made possible by understanding and applying this one law of the subconscious mind. In this video, we're going to break it down clearly and simply. You'll learn what this law is, how it works inside you at all times, and most importantly, how to apply it to manifest the life you know is meant for you. Because whether you realize it or not, your subconscious is following this law right now. It's shaping your reality. And if you're not aware of it, it's probably creating things you don't want. But once you align with it consciously, everything changes. This isn't about positive thinking. It's not about wishing or hoping. It's about working with the law that already governs your inner world. Florence said, "The subconscious is simply power without direction. It is like steam or electricity, and it does what it is directed to do." And today I'm going to show you exactly how to direct it. You don't need more effort. You need more alignment. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get there. Let me be very clear. Your subconscious mind obeys the law of belief. Whatever you deeply believe to be true about yourself, about life, about what's possible, your subconscious will accept as a command. And then, without hesitation, it begins to create the outer world to match it. It doesn't judge. It doesn't analyze. It simply says, yes, that's the law of belief. If you believe that money is hard to earn, your subconscious will make sure your reality confirms that. If you believe people always leave, you'll unconsciously sabotage connection until they do. If you believe you're not worthy, every success will feel temporary and eventually slip through your fingers. This isn't punishment. It's precision. And that's why I say, be very careful with what you accept as true. Now think about your daily life. Think about the small things you say to yourself, like, I always mess this up, or I never get what I want. Even if you say them half jokingly, your subconscious doesn't laugh. It listens. It absorbs. It creates. But here's the power you've probably forgotten you have. You can choose what to believe. Yes, it takes repetition. Yes, it takes intention. But belief can be rewired. Start small. Every time you catch yourself saying something limiting, stop. Replace it. Even if you don't fully believe the new thought yet. Say, I'm learning to handle this better. Say, good things are starting to happen for me. Say, I'm becoming someone who trusts life. Do that enough times, and your subconscious will accept the new belief and begin building a new reality around it. This is not magic. This is law. Your subconscious is not trying to trick you. It's trying to follow your lead. So lead it well. Every single day, you are affirming something, even when you're not aware of it. The thoughts that play in the background of your mind, the things you say out loud without thinking, the way you react when something goes wrong, all of it is instruction. And your subconscious obeys. So when you say, this always happens to me, or nothing ever works out, you're not just venting. You're reinforcing a belief. You're giving your subconscious a job, and it does its job very well. It's like walking into a room and flipping the same switch every time. Eventually, the lights turn on before you even realize your hand moved. That's how deep some beliefs run. They become automatic. And when they're negative or limiting, they start to shape your life in ways you don't even question anymore. You stop dreaming bigger. You stop expecting good things. You settle, not because you want to, but because your inner system keeps playing the same old story. But here's the shift. The moment you become aware of what you're telling yourself, you can stop reinforcing what you don't want and start choosing what you do want. This doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means being intentional with your words, your focus, and your emotional tone. You're not trying to trick your subconscious. You're training it. Say you're going to a job interview and the old voice comes up. They're not going to pick me. Stop right there, breathe, and say instead, I'm the right person for the right opportunity and it's already on its way. You may not believe it at first. That's normal. But belief is built through repetition and emotional reinforcement. The more you feed the new thought with calm certainty, the more your subconscious begins to accept it as true. And once that happens, your outer world starts to shift. Not because you forced anything, but because the law of belief was redirected. That's how you change your life from the inside out. Quietly, powerfully, repeatedly. Now that you understand the law, let's talk about how to actually use it, starting today. Because knowing the law of belief isn't enough. You need to activate it repeatedly until it becomes your new default. And you don't need a complex routine to do that. All it takes is a few consistent minutes, every single day. Here's what I want you to try. Step 1, get still. Find a quiet moment, maybe right after you wake up or just before you sleep. These are the moments when your subconscious is most open. Step 2, say the new truth out loud. Don't just think it, speak it. Choose one statement that aligns with what you want to believe. For example, everything is working out for me. I am deeply supported by life. My subconscious mind is creating my ideal reality now. You can use one of these or write your own. But the key is, keep it simple. Keep it clear. Keep it present tense. Step 3, feel it as real. Not with force, but with softness. Close your eyes. Imagine what it would feel like if that statement were already true. Not someday, but now. Even 60 seconds of this a day will begin to shift your inner programming. And if the old thoughts come up, the doubt, the fear, the voice that says, this is silly, that's okay. It just means the old programming is still running. Don't fight it. Don't argue. Just return to your new truth. You're not doing this to impress anyone. You're doing this to rebuild the mental atmosphere that you live in, because that atmosphere is shaping everything. Remember, your subconscious is always listening. It hears your repetition. It feels your emotion. And it responds accordingly. You don't need to control every thought. That's impossible. But you can absolutely choose what you repeat. And repetition is how belief is formed. That's how you plant new seeds. That's how you change the soil of your mind. One day, one sentence at a time. Here's what most people don't realize. Your external reality doesn't change instantly. It changes gradually, quietly, and then all at once. And that's where many people give up. They do the affirmations. They repeat the truth. They start to feel better. But then, nothing big happens right away. So they doubt. They stop. And the old beliefs come rushing back in. Don't fall into that trap. The truth is, your outer life is always one step behind your inner shift. You're planting seeds, not pushing buttons. So, if you've been speaking new truths over your life for a week, or two, or even a month, and things still look the same, keep going. The shift is happening underground. Sometimes, the very first sign that your subconscious is responding is discomfort. Old situations start to feel unbearable. You notice how negative your environment really is. Or you suddenly feel out of place around people who used to feel normal to you. That's not failure. That's confirmation. It means you're rising. It means your internal frequency has changed, and now the external needs to catch up. So don't go backwards just because things feel unfamiliar. Keep feeding the new belief. Keep acting in alignment with the version of you that already knows it's working. You don't need proof before you believe. You need belief before proof can show up. That's the law. And be mindful of this. The subconscious doesn't respond to force, it responds to consistency. So if one day you affirm abundance, and the next day you complain about lack, the subconscious gets mixed signals. It doesn't know which direction to go. That's why I always say, be loyal to the new story. Even if no one else sees it. Even if your current reality doesn't reflect it yet. Your job is not to control how it happens. Your job is to hold the vision. Keep showing up for yourself, for your inner work, for your truth. Because the moment you stop needing outside validation, your inner world becomes magnetic. That's when the shift happens. That's when things start to unfold, often in ways you couldn't have predicted. But it all begins with that one law. What you truly believe becomes. So don't just say the words. Let them take root. Let them become part of your identity. Let them replace the fear, the doubt, the old conditioning that was never yours to begin with. And day by day, the world will begin to mirror that back to you. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to force your way through life. You just need to align with the truth that was always inside you. And that truth is simple. Your subconscious obeys what you believe. So now the real question is, what are you willing to believe from this moment forward? Because that's where your power is. Not in the past. Not in waiting for the right timing, but in this very moment, where you choose a new belief and hold it like it's already real. This is how you start to live differently. This is how you stop reacting and start creating. Not perfectly, not instantly, but consistently, patiently, and with deep inner commitment. And if you've made it this far into the video, it means you're ready. You're ready to stop living by default and start leading your subconscious with clarity and trust. I invite you to walk this path with us. Here at Florence Manifest, we're building more than just a channel. We're building a movement, a space for those who are ready to rise, who are done living small, who are ready to take back the pen and write their story with intention. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment below and tell me, I'm ready to lead my subconscious. Let that be your first affirmation today and the beginning of a new direction. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and walk this journey with us. Because the more aligned you become, the more powerful your reality will be. Your subconscious is already listening. Now it's time to speak with conviction.